What's going on, Ion Silver fans? It's Glenn here. Welcome again to another video. As you can tell behind me, I have a ton of books behind me. And in my last video, I did a history video. I did a tour of a cemetery. If you guys want to check that out, I'll have it linked down below in the description if you guys want to check that out. But in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about 7 historical books that I personally recommend. These are books that I've read. Some of these I'm actually still currently reading. And these are books that I think are really, really cool, really, really awesome. If you guys are really big into history and want to, figure out some more like books to read, this video, stick around. So this video is definitely going to be a good one for all of you. And all these books, I'll have linked down below in the description. Although some of these books you can actually pick up at any bookstore. You can pick them up at Barnes and Nobles or even Walmart and Target if you really wanna take a chance on that. All right, so the first one is actually one I'm still currently reading, and that's this one, which is 1956 by Simon Hall. This is a kind of like a basic overview of the Cold War. It talks a lot about different types of events and things that happened during the Cold War. It talks about the whole, it talks about segregation. It talks about Martin Luther King, obviously. It talks about the rise of the Soviet Union. And another thing that I've actually just got done reading recently is it talks about Fidel Castro and the Cuban Missile Crisis and the whole rise of the communist regime that was in Cuba at the time. The next one is this one by Colin Woodward, and it's called The Republic of Pirates. And if you really want to know the truth about actual pirates, like not the ones from the movies, but real, actual, like really terrible, horrible, horrifying pirates, this is definitely a must. It talks a lot about Blackbeard, and I'm just gonna say, yeah, definitely. That's definitely one you should definitely check out. The other one is this one called Six Frigates by Ian W. Toll, and this book right here is talks about a lot of things I actually never even knew before. Excuse me. So it talks about a lot of things I never even knew before. It talks a lot about, it starts talking about the things that happened after the American Revolutionary War. And it talks about the relationship that the United States had with France and the things that were on the rise, a lot of tension, a lot of danger. And this book is definitely, wow. It is a really, really thick book, but trust me, it's filled with so much awesome information. Next on the list is this one, American Scripture. It talks about the making of, says it right here, the making of the Declaration of Independence. And but it doesn't talk just about that. It talks about how it's been preserved over the years, how like the first drafts were of writing the Declaration of Independence. So if you're someone who likes to know about the American spirit, the American soul, this is definitely a good read for all of you. Moving along. Next one is this one called by Erik Larson, In the Garden of Beasts. One second. Okay, never mind. I thought I was gonna sneeze. But anyway, In the Garden of Beasts by Erik Larson. The characters that are mentioned in this book are actually fictional characters, but it's about this American family. They moved to Berlin during the middle of the Nazi takeover, and this book talks about how Germany is basically becoming a very hostile place. It talks about the transformation of Germany. It talks about the building of different concentration camps, and if you really want like a good book that really describes very well on how Germany slowly started to become a very evil and dark place, this is definitely a good read. Next is Hunting for Witches by Francis Hill. This is just a basic overview of the Salem witch trials. It's very, very short, as you can tell. And I know for me, I finished this within about probably maybe 2 weeks or something like that. And it's got a lot of pictures. It's also got some directions on how to get to the different places that are in Salem, Massachusetts. Those of you that don't know, I absolutely love Salem, Massachusetts. It's one of my favorite places to go, especially around Halloween. Last but not least, The Hooked X by Scott Wolter. And some of you, maybe, I don't know if maybe you guys know this or not. Maybe some of you saw this coming. But it talks about these 5 rune stones that were found one was found here in Rhode Island, 3 was found in Spirit Pond, Maine, and the other one was found in Kensington, Minnesota, and they all had this mysterious symbol on it, which they call it the Hooked X. It's an ancient rune. Some people don't really know what it stands for, but this is something that's kind of like if I can try to find it, yeah, this one, kind of like 6 frigates. These two are kind of go hand in hand with each other. So like this one right here, like it talks about a lot of things that I actually never knew before. So if you're somebody that likes mysteries and kind of like gets excited when you kind of discover new things that happen in history, definitely check this one out. This is a really, really cool book. Anyway, guys, that ends this video for today. That ends this video for today. 7 history books that I highly recommend. I'll have them linked down below in the description if you guys want to go check them out on Amazon. Pretty much all these you can find on Amazon. You can also find them wherever there's a bookstore in your area. Anyway, guys, that ends this video for today. Please hit the subscription button, hit the little bell icon next to the button, so that way you're notified every time I post a new video. And until next time, guys, stay ready, stay focused, stay strong.